Configure EtherChannel. There are redundant uplinks between the switches. As configured, only one of these links can be used, otherwise a bridging loop may occur. However, using only one link utilizes only half of the available bandwidth. EtherChannel allows up to 8 redundant links to be bundled together into one logical link. You will configure port aggregation protocol, PAGP, and a Cisco EtherChannel protocol, and Link Aggregation Control Protocol LACP, IEEE 802.3AD Open Standard version of EtherChannel. Port channel table. Channel group. The ports on switch S1 and S3. Okay, this port channel number 1 between S1 and S3. You will use port aggregation protocol. Channel 2 between S1 and S2. Port channel 2 between S1 and S2. LACP. Channel group 3 between S2 and S3. This channel group negotiated using LACP. Configure basic switch settings. Assign each switch a hostname according to the topology diagram. Okay, go to S1, command line interface, enter, enable, configure terminal, hostname S1, switch S2, enter, enable, configure terminal, hostname S2, S3, enter, enable, configure terminal, hostname S3. Before beginning the link aggregation between switches, verify the existing configuration of the ports that connect the switches to ensure that the ports will successfully join the Ether channels. Okay, for example, show interfaces include Ethernet. Go to S1 and show interfaces. The pipe include Ethernet space, and you will see 21 and 22 up, gigabit 1 and 2 up. 21, 22 up, gigabit 1 and 2 up. Show interface status. Show interface status. And 21, 22 connected. Gigabit 1 and 2 connected. Show interfaces trunk. Show interfaces trunk. No trunks. Configure all ports that are required for Ether channels as static trunk ports. If the ports are configured with DTP dynamic auto mode and you do not set the mode of the ports to trunk, the links do not form trunks and remain access ports. The default mode on a 2960 switch is for DTP to be enabled and set to dynamic auto. DTP can be disabled on interfaces with the switch port non-negotiate command. Okay, go to S1 and ports 21, 22, gigabit 1 and 2. Configure terminal interface range. Fast Ethernet 21, 22 and gigabit 0, 1 and 2. Switch port mode trunk. Okay, switch port mode trunk and switch port non-negotiate to disable DTP. Okay, dynamic trunking protocol. Disable DTP and go to S2 gigabit 1 and 2 ports 23 and 24. Enter interface range fast Ethernet 23 and 24 and gigabit 1 and 2. Switch port mode trunk. Okay, switch port non-negotiate. S3 enter interface range port 21, 22, 23, 24. 21, 22, 23, and 24. Switch port mode trunk. Switch port non-negotiate. Non-negotiate. Configure EtherChannel with Cisco port aggregation protocol. When configuring EtherChannel, it is recommended to shut down the physical ports being grouped in both devices before configuring them into channel groups. Otherwise, EtherChannel misconfig word may place these ports into error disable state. The ports and port channel can be re-enabled after the EtherChannel is configured. Okay, configure port channel 1, the port channel between S1 and S3. The first EtherChannel that is created for this activity aggregates ports 21 and 22 between S1 and S3. Okay, 21 and 22 between S1 and S3. Configure the ports on both switches as static trunk ports. Okay, ready. And show interfaces trunk to verify. Go to S1 and show interfaces trunk. You can see 21, 22 trunking. And go to S3 and show interfaces trunk. 21 and 22 trunking. On S1 and S3, add ports 21 and 22 to port channel 1 with the channel group 1 mode desirable command. The mode desirable option enables the switch to actively negotiate to form a port aggregation protocol link. Interfaces must be shut down before adding them to the channel group. Okay, do this on S1 and S3. Go to S1. Configure terminal interface range. Only fast Ethernet 21 and 22. Shut down and channel group 1 mode desirable. Okay, desirable is the keyword for port aggregation protocol, and desirable actively negotiate the link. Enter. Now port channel 1 is created. Go to S3. Configure terminal interface range fast Ethernet 21 and 22. Shut down channel group 1 mode desirable. Okay, port channel 1 is created and no shutdown on S3 and no shutdown on S1. The message creating a port channel interface port channel 1 should appear on both switches when the channel group is configured. This interface designation will appear as PO1 in command output. Okay. Configure the logical interface to become a trunk by first entering the interface port channel and then the switch port mode trunk. Okay. On S1 and S3. Go to S1, interface port channel 1, and configure switch port mode trunk and go to S3 interface port dash channel 1 and switch port mode trunk. Okay, verify port channel 1 status. Issue show EtherChannel summary command on S1 and S3. Okay, go to S1 and show EtherChannel summary. Now you can see port channel 1, PO1, SU. As for switching, is a layer 2 and U in use, so it's active. The protocol is port aggregation protocol and ports 21 and 22 with P and P in port channel, so all is very good. If the Ether channel does not come up, shut down the physical interfaces on both ends of the Ether channel and then bring them back up again. The show interfaces trunk and show spanning tree commands should show the port channel as one logical link. Okay, show interface trunk. You can see port channel 1, one logical link. Go to S3 and show interfaces trunk PO1 trunking. Configure an AO2.3AD LACP Ether channel. Configure port channel 2. In 2000, the IEEE released AO2.3AD, which is an open standard version of EtherChannel. It is commonly referred to as LACP. Using the previous commands, configure the links between S1 and S2, using ports gigabit 1 and 2 as an LACP EtherChannel. You must use different port channel numbers on S1 than 1 because you already used that in previous step. To configure port channel 2 as LACP, use the interface configuration mode channel group 2 mode active command. Active mode indicates that the switch actively tries to negotiate that link as LACP. As opposed to port aggregation protocol, the configuration of S1 is shown below. Okay, configure all this on S1. Port channel 2 is the port channel between S1 and S2. So S1 uses gigabit 01 and 02. Go to S1, configure terminal interface range gigabit 01 and 02. Shut down the physical interfaces and channel group 2 mode active. Okay, active for LACP. Channel group 2. Port channel 2 is created. Okay, and use the same configuration on the another side on S2, gigabit 01 and 02. Okay, go to S2, enter enable configure terminal interface range gigabit 01 and 02, and shut down channel group 2 mode active. Okay, active on both sides. Okay, active mode indicates that the switch actively tries to negotiate that link as LACP. Okay, channel group 2 mode active, enter. Now port channel 2 is created and go to S1. Now shut down. Go to S2. Now shut down. And don't forget to configure the logical interface strong. Go to S1, interface, port channel 2, and switch port mode trunk. Go to S2, interface, port channel 2, switch port mode trunk. Verify port channel 2 status. Okay, for example, go to S1 and show EtherChannel summary. Show EtherChannel summary. Okay, port channel 1 for the another side, but for this side, for port channel 2, SU. Okay, layer 2 and in use, and LACP protocol, and P is import channel, so it's working very well. Go to S2 and show Ether channel summary. Now you can see port channel 2, number 2, SU, layer 2 in use, and P is import channel. Also, you can use show interface trunk, and you can see in port channel 2 only one logical link. Configure redundant Ether channel link. Configure port channel 3. There are various options for channel group number mode commands. Okay, for example, port channel 3 is the port between S2 and S3. And on S2, use ports 23 and 24. Okay, configure terminal interface range for ports 23 and 24. And before to configure, verify the options, channel group 3 mode and question mark. Channel group 3 mode and question mark. Okay, active for LACP unconditionally, and passive LACP only if a LACP device is detected on the another side. Desirable, enable port aggregation protocol unconditionally, and auto, enable port aggregation protocol only if the port aggregation protocol device is detected on the another side. And finally, on, enable Ether channel only. On switch S2, add ports 23 and 24 on port channel 3 with the channel group 3 mode passive. The passive option indicates that you want the switch to use LACP only if another LACP device is detected. Statically configure port channel 3 as a trunk interface. Okay, previously I just configured ports 23 and 24 on S2 strongs. Okay. Okay, 23 and 24 switch port mode trunk. So now interface range 23 and 24, interface range 23 and 24, and shut down. Okay, shut down, and channel group 3 mode passive, channel group 3 mode passive. Okay, now port channel 3 is created, and configure the another side S3. Here the ports are 23 and 24. Okay. Enable configure terminal interface range fast Ethernet 0/2324. Okay, on S3 ports 23 and 24 to port channel 3 with the channel group 3 mode active command. The active option indicates that you want the switch to use LACP unconditionally. Statically configure port channel 3 as a trunk interface. If this side on S2 is passive, the another side on S3 should be active. Okay, and go to S3, shut down channel group 3 mode active. Okay, now port channel 3 is created. Go to S2, enable no shutdown. Go to S3, no shutdown. And don't forget to configure the logical interface as trunk. And remember, port channel is 3. Go to S2, interface port channel 3, switch port mode trunk. And go to S3, enter interface port channel 3, switch port mode trunk. Okay, and verify. Okay, use show commands. Okay, and use go to S2 and use show EtherChannel summary, and you have port channel 2 for the another side, port channel 3 SU layer 2 in use, very good, and P is import channel, so it's using protocol LACP. Go to S3 and show EtherChannel summary. Now you can see port channel 3 SU layer 2 in use, protocol LACP, import channel. Okay, very good. Creating EtherChannel links does not prevent a spanning tree from detecting switching loops. View the spanning tree status of the active ports on S1. Go to S1, show spanning tree active. Okay, show spanning tree active, and you can see port channel 1 and 2. Okay, port channel 1 is the root port, forwarding state, and port channel 2 alternating port blocked. Okay, port channel 1 root port forwarding, so that's why it's green, and port channel 2 alternating, okay, blocked, so that's why it's orange. Port channel 2 is not operate because a spanning tree protocol placed some ports into blocking mode. Unfortunately, those ports were the gigabit ports. In this topology, you can restore these ports by configuring S1 to be primary route for VLAN 1. You can also set the priority to 42,576. Okay, S1 S1 is not the root. Go to S3 and show spanning tree active. Okay, and this bridge is the root. Okay, both port channels on forwarding state. So that's why both links are on green. And now configure S1 as the root bridge and do the following on S1. Configure terminal spanning -3 for VLAN 1 root primary. Enter. Okay, or use the priority. Okay, to 42,576. You may have to wait for STP to recalculate the tree topology and use the show spanning tree active command. Okay, and wait a moment. Okay, now these ports on S1 are in green. Go to S1 and show spanning tree active. Okay, this bridge is the root. Both port channels designating role and forwarding state. Okay, so that's why both port channels are in green. Now this is the alternating port. Go to S3, show spanning tree active. Now you can see port channel 3 alternating port blocking a state to prevent loops. Completion 100%. EtherChannel configuration, guidelines, and restrictions. EtherChannel has some specific guidelines that must be followed in order to avoid configuration problems. 1. All the Ethernet interfaces support EtherChannel up to a maximum of 8 interfaces with no requirement that the interface be on the same interface module. All interfaces within EtherChannel must be operated at the same speed and duplex. EtherChannel links can function as either single VLAN access ports or as trunk links between switches. All interfaces in Layer 2 EtherChannel must be members of the same VLAN or be configured as trunks. If configured as trunk links, Layer 2 EtherChannel must have the same native VLAN and have the same VLANs allowed on both switches connected to the trunk. When configuring EtherChannel links, all interfaces should be shut down prior to beginning of the EtherChannel configuration. When configuration is complete, the links can be re-enabled. After configuring the EtherChannel, verify that all interfaces are in the up state. It is possible to configure an EtherChannel as a static, or for it to use either port aggregation protocol or LACP to negotiate the EtherChannel connection. The determination of how an EtherChannel is set up is the value of the channel group number mode command. Valid values are active, LACP is enabled unconditionally. Passive, LACP is enabled only if another LACP capable device is connected in the another side. Desirable port aggregation protocol is enabled unconditionally. Auto port aggregation protocol is enabled only if another port aggregation protocol capable device is connected in the another side. On EtherChannel is enabled without either LACP or port aggregation protocol. LAN ports can form an EtherChannel using port aggregation protocol if the modes are compatible. Compatible port aggregation protocol modes are desirable, and desirable auto. If both interfaces are in auto mode, the EtherChannel cannot form. LAN ports can form an EtherChannel using LACP if the modes are compatible. Compatible LACP modes are active, passive. If both interfaces are in passive mode, an EtherChannel cannot form using LACP. Channel group numbers are local to the individual switch. Although this activity uses the same channel group numbers on either the end of the EtherChannel connection. It is not a requirement. Channel group 1 interface PO1 on the same switch can form an EtherChannel with a channel group 5 interface PO5 on another switch. Thank you very much.